Hi, it's your girl Brat back again with another video. Now this week we're going to be discussing specifically, okay, let me say that again, specifically Black girls, Black women's hair in the commercial dance landscape. Now, in other dance forms such as like more contemporary stage dance, maybe not so much ballet because you know you have the bun aesthetic, but contemporary concert dance usually does not have, like, they might have an aesthetic amongst the company, but they don't require your hair, unless again it's for a specific piece or something like that, to look the same way all the time. So I don't necessarily, if I have a fro in my headshot and I come to the audition with cornrows, people ain't gonna lose their minds, yeah? But in the commercial dance world, very different. If your headshot has you with a 30-inch bust down, they want you in the audition with the same 30-inch bust down. Now, I don't know about you Black women in particular, but me, I tend to switch up my hair every month, every 2 months. And in terms of, switch up my hair, I don't mean like I'm getting drastic cuts or changing. I might change the hair color of my braids, but I'm not doing anything drastic to my actual physical hair. Most of the time I have my hair in some form of protective style because, for instance, if I had an audition tomorrow, I have some crochet braids in. They're the color of my hair, pretty much. My hair is like dark brown black, and it kind of shaped in a similar fashion as my headshot. So it's always like ready for an audition, ready for a shoot, ready. So I like to have hair that stays ready. Wigs are another good alternative, especially if you're good at like laying down your wigs or sewing your wigs to your head. So like, this is the thing. They want you to look exactly like your photo. Now, in Black world, at least in my Black landscape, that is not common. Like, a girl is not gonna be wearing potentially the same braided hairstyle for the whole year. She has to take it down and redo it. She might change the color, she might change the length. It's just a thing that we do. It's like embedded in the culture. And because the commercial landscape is not necessarily run by people of color or Black people in particular, they can't see the possibilities. They like, you come into the audition, your hair looks like that. They don't think that, they're like, her hair's like that, we can't change it. They don't know that I could take these braids out if I want to undo my hair and I have a fro again. But they see it as too much of an inconvenience, or maybe again, they lack the imagination or the understanding of Black hair. So they typically tend to get a little frustrated if you don't look exactly like your picture. Now, how I've handled it through the years. So again, like right now on my headshot, I have a perm set. It has a little bit of a bang, but it's kind of like in this shape. My hair, naturally, when you stretch it out, it's like this long, but in fro state, it's shrunken up. So this, right, that I'm rocking right now is a crochet braided hairstyle. So my hair is braided, and then these pieces are crocheted onto my hair to essentially kind of make the same shape of my hair on my headshot. But again, this is crochet, so I don't have to have my hair out. Because, for instance, my hair, it's, best health-wise if you leave it alone. Leave her alone, moisturize her, seal in the moisture, and leave her be. Like, if I was to wear my hair out all day, every day, it would not work, especially say the shoot is outside in the rain. That fro, my fro is giving 65-70% shrinkage, so that wouldn't work. So something like this would make it more feasible to withstand weather changes, humidity changes, anything like that. Now, if they want to put this sucker up, then we're gonna have to make something else work or like stick to the style. But I like crochets because my hair is still protected, and I could switch out the hair. I could go from this length to a longer length and my hair is still protected. But my hair is like a 4B, 4C again, so it doesn't in particular like to be manipulated a lot, because then it breaks a lot. And I find that because again, this space is not run by Black people. Like, people just think they could just do whatever to your hair, and then you're just gonna be walking around here like a bald-headed scallywag, and you don't intend to. Now, if you want to be bald-headed, that's your business. I've been bald-headed, and I was bald-headed for a number of years. But if I don't want to be bald-headed, I need to be able to take some agency over my hair. Yeah, so I in particular like crochet braids because it's not my hair that's braided, so like my hair is longer than this, right? So it couldn't be braided into this because it would be too long. But it's my hair is cornrowed down, and then these pieces are crocheted onto the cornrow. So say for instance, I have this style and I want to audition, and they're like, yo, in a week, can you like have like longer braids? I could easily take these down, get longer like box braided crochets and crochet it on top and still not manipulate my hair too much. So that's why I prefer crochets. Now, I had a time where I was wearing wigs, and wigs are cool. Again, you can still braid your base, or maybe you can have some leave out depending on like if it's a half wig or a full wig. I feel wigs, but you have to be particularly careful with your hairline. So say this, like the lace is hard or something, and you have it like right on your hairline, it might have too much friction, and then like I would say rub out your edges. So again, or maybe it would be best to maybe have a lace front, and then you make sure, again, if you're a particular wig girly, then you know what's up. But if you're not, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube with the girlies who will teach you how to lay down your edges. Now, if you have a wig, I recommend maybe having a pro, especially if you're gonna wear it for long. Like, some people take their wig off every night. Like, I was one of those girlies. One time I had a wig sewn onto like the perimeter so I could still moisturize underneath, but that's, you know, all preference. But if you're going to not have your wig sewn down, I recommend being very meticulous in applying it. FYI, I had a gig where me and my homegirl had like a similar wig on. Everybody's like, oh my God, I love your hair, I love your hair. This was out in Queens, and this was a soca artist, and the soca artist was mad late. So we wait in there. They're like, and you know, for shows, you usually don't want to have the dancers out because it kind of ruins the magic of the show. But they were like, because the artist was late, people were getting like a little impatient, so they wanted us to go out and hype the crowd. So I was like, okay, like I didn't want to do it, but I was just like, okay, just, you know, to keep them from being too restless. So we go out there, and I didn't do a very good job at securing the pelo to my cabeza, okay, the hair to my head. So I'm doing, what was that song? You know you're from Chicago, you gotta put that body around it. So rhythm is a dance. Mind you, I love that song. So every time it comes on, I yell it. So it had the part of the song like, you know I'm from Chicago, and then it has the hard hits in the song. So I'm dirty wine, aka a head rotation. Yeah, I'm doing 1 dirty wine, 2 dirty wine, 3 dirty wine. And because I had a wig, every time I was doing it, it was hitting me in the face. But on the third one, I didn't feel nothing hit me in the face. And I was like, what happened? Reached up, touched my head, wig gone. Wig is gone. Gone. I'm in the club. I haven't even performed it. I haven't even made my money, and my hair is gone in the darkness of the club, and the hair is black. So now I have to go around the club searching for my wig. I'm scurrying around. I look like a little rat on the floor, scurrying. Mind you, everybody thought that was our hair, and they were complimenting on it all night. So now these people see me bald. They just see my wig cap. I find it underneath the table. I take it, and listen. If you don't laugh, you're gonna cry, right? So I put that sucker on, secure it in front of the people, because again, we can't go back to whatever room they have us in. We're supposed to be out on the floor. Secure it, and my dance partner, who I'm with, is so embarrassed. So I embarrassed her so much to the point where people thought it was her wig that came off because she was acting so embarrassed. I was like, girl, you better stop. Because they're going to think it was you when it was me. Because literally they were going up to her and I was like, girl, stop acting embarrassed for me. I can't act embarrassed. I have to let it go because we still got to get up on that stage and perform. So I recommend, if you're going to have a wig, yeah, some extra pelo on your pelo, you can do what is called the Patti LaBelle stitch, where you take 2 bobby pins, boom, you say you have one going this way, the other one goes over it crossing so that it's secure and in place. And I would say put 2, 2, 2, 2, and potentially put just 1 pin in the middle just so your hair stays on your head, because there ain't nothing more embarrassing than your hair leaving your head before you even get on stage or while you're on stage. Ugh. Gag. You don't want that. So you can have crochets, you can have a wig, you can have a sew-in. You know, the sewing game is crazy. Like, people are very talented in that realm. The only thing I would say with the sewing is, unless, because say you're going for a straight style, unless your hair is naturally a straight, you know, you're a straight hair girly, I don't know if I would necessarily not do a closure or something of that sort, because if you're like, oh, I'm going to have leave out and the rest of your hair is natural, and because, you know, weather changes, you get in the shower, you go to the gym, hair is going to start reverting to its natural state, you're going to have to be pressing it or blowing it out every day. And that could lead to heat damage. So like when you take off the sew-in or whatever, the rest of your hair is kinky curly, and then this part is straight and can never revert back because you have put heat on it so much. So again, to each his own, but know that in the commercial dance landscape, nobody's looking out for your hair but you. And beyond me actually being in this, you know, world, seeing what happens to models like Naomi Campbell, for instance, who after years and years of modeling, because probably how they handled her hair, she has traction alopecia. You know, she has to rock a lot of wigs. Like there's not on set, typically there's not a lot of people who help you with your hair. I've had things where people know what I look like, and then day before they're like, oh, can you put it in a high ponytail? And you're like, this can't be a black woman or a black person saying this, because they know better. They know you can't go from this to high ponytail overnight without much work. And unless they pay you for that much work, it's kind of like, nah, bro, you're gonna get the hair that you saw. This is not giving what you think it's giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some type of heads up of what's the look so that you can make the necessary arrangements. So I stay in the protective style realm, but that's because my hair is kinky and it doesn't like to be manipulated. So you have more of a hair in the 3s or maybe 2s, maybe you can withstand daily manipulation and rocking your hair out constantly. My hair does not prefer it. So that's why I do protective styles. And if, say for instance, for a shoot or award show, they're like, oh, we need your hair like this. Usually they give you, especially for like shows, they might give you a heads up, so maybe you can braid down your hair or do whatever that they need you to do prep-wise before you come to set or to a show so you can be ready. Please excuse the alarm outside. I hope everybody's okay. So again, in the commercial landscape, it's pretty narrow-minded because it's, you know, the powers that be are not we at the moment. So let me have this thing go by, child, because I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. So pick the style that is easiest for you to manage, and also manage, upkeep, and present when you have to be on camera or on set. On set or on stage. Now, for instance, if somebody was like, oh, can you do a commercial tomorrow? Yeah, it's already curled, it's giving middle part, it can move, you know what I'm saying? It can do all the things. But say if I had my fro out, today it's like a little humid, but tomorrow it's raining. And my hair will go from foo to foo. And that's not, they really can't understand that. So you gotta just be conscious and aware and to take care of your hair. Now, if you don't mind somebody, you know, pulling and tugging and, you know, you go from hair this big to this big because it's broken off. If you're one of those girls like, I'll just cut my hair, then to each his own. I deal in the health of my hair, so I rather have it in some type of style that can preserve it, but also still be ready to go. Like this is like, I just did a shoot in this, ready to go, because it looks like it's done. You always, in the commercial realm, especially during like seasons where it's like high, you know, auditions and whatever is happening, your hair needs to be ready at all times. This is giving ready, yeah, this is giving. We can fling, we can, we can, That's not a move, but you know what I'm saying. It can move, it looks presentable, it's ready to go, yeah? So, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I got you. And I have more hair stories. That's not even the most horrifying of them all. And that's crazy to even state. Like, I had a shoot where both of me and my dance partner had long braids, and they didn't tell us. So basically we got on set that there was pyro. If you know what pyro is, it's flames. And they wanted us to dance close to the flames, and our hair was like this long, and they wanted us whipping our hair around. I was like, y'all will not catch me out here getting the Michael Jackson on set. My hair bursts into flames. No, thank you. So, you know, you got to be very, very careful and mindful when you're dealing with other people and hair, particularly black hair. Yes? All right, guys. Again, if you have any questions, comments, you know, anything like that, please put in the comments. I love to talk more about this because I could talk about this for days. Okay? All right. See y'all later. Bye.